Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today we're heading out to an estate sale. It looks pretty dang good. There's toys, there's video games, there's camera stuff, clothing. The pictures just look really good in this, and it's being run by one of my favorite estate sale companies here in Chicago, so prices should be on point. Let's go ahead and see what we find.
Okay, so
What's your name?
Ben.
Ben,
Yeah.
Chris, Rick,
Yeah.
there.
Why?
I can't even tell you where. Some
all
of you, a
good.
lot of them downstairs.
Awesome, brother. You got these guys priced?
Yeah.
78. So here we are at today's estate sale. As you just saw, is the first one in the door today because I wanted to make sure I had the opportunity to buy some of the awesome toys from the photos, like this G.I. Joe headquarters right here. I think I'll grab that. I'm just gonna leave this one up here with you.
just put it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That one's too big for me to carry. Now, I'm going to be moving pretty quickly here at the beginning of the video, so it might be a little hard to see some of the stuff that I'm grabbing, like right here with these cast iron toy motorcycles. I'll go more in depth on everything that I bought at the end of the video, but for now, I'm trying to go pretty quick because I want to make sure I have the chance to buy as much of the stuff that I saw in the photos that I can.
Got
some DS games.
I have cases on games, but most of them are empty.
Okay.
There's some GameCube right behind you.
All right. I see him. Okay. Grab these guys. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the video games you're seeing here didn't end up having the actual games inside the cases. Like all of the DS and PSP stuff, there were no games inside any of those cases. However, all of the GameCube stuff was complete, so I grabbed all of that stuff and I came back for the cases at the end of the sale. So there's more toys down here. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of toys. Oh yeah, we got Chip Hazard. Small soldiers. Definitely grabbing him. Some more small soldiers. Got Archer and Chip. Ooh, look at that. Pokemon Master Trainer. It's used. Oh, look at that. There's a big Archer. That's cool. Now, normally I don't like picking up used board games because a lot of times they're missing pieces and it's not really worth it. However, this is a really good one and it's only priced at 15 bucks, so I figured even if there are a few pieces missing, I can part it out and easily make my money back. Filling up the bag. Somebody already grabbed the camera stuff?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
more camera stuff over there.
Okay.
Did you get all that Carhartt downstairs?
I didn't go through the clothing yet.
Uh-oh.
I went straight to the toy stuff. But I'll go down it. Canon Speedlight. $100 on the Nikon. Got a 50mm. As you're seeing here, there was actually quite a bit of camera stuff available for sale here on this table, and I'll show you more of what I grabbed at the end of the video. I actually cleared off a lot of this table. However, I also found a lot more camera equipment hidden throughout this house as well. Canon PowerShot D20, which is at 14 bucks. Got the battery in there. Alright, I'll grab it for 14. What is that? Scooby-Doo? What did they do to my boy Shaggy? Look at that. What is up with his little goatee? That's in rough shape though. It's all tore up here. Yes. It's down here. That's kind of cool. Walt Disney World. Oh, it's like a notebook. You put your pen right there. There's a Canon data back. That's in there. I'll grab that. Full film insert. That looks brand new. I think I'll grab that. And there's two of them. Nice. Actually, it looks like there's a lens case back there too. Mamiya, nice. 80 millimeter. We will take that as well. Man, kind of finding camera stuff all over the place. Everything's kind of spread out in the house. And at this point in the sale, I'd grabbed pretty much everything that I wanted to from the photos, at least the stuff that other people hadn't grabbed before me. So now I'm deciding to go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into this house and see if I can't pull some little stuff out of the nooks and crannies. Tyco. There's little slot cars. That's cool. I'll grab those. Some slot cars can do well. There's a bin down here. Oh, look at that. A little small soldier's piece. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. That's kind of cool. Field Command Center. Yeah, I'll grab it. Well, that's cool. Look at that little Digimon skateboard. It's too big for me to grab, but kind of cool to see. There's a bunch of Lego manuals. Yeah, it's just a bunch of the manuals. But you know what? I'm gonna grab these. Alright, let's check out the closet real fast. Feel pretty good about those toys. Got a decent amount of good toys. Some of the prices were a little high, but mostly really good. Ooh, look up here. Look at that. Nice Carhartt piece. Yeah, that's got the blanket lining. 25 bucks on that. I will snag you all day. That's a pretty cool one. That's old. Alright, I'll grab that one too. Now, I did end up grabbing a few more things from here, some toys, some other little miscellaneous things, but it's a little hard to see those pickups on the camera, so let's hop over to the house and I'll show you everything that I picked up at this sale. And in the end, I ended up spending a total of around 450 bucks on everything that I got at this sale. Now I'm just going to quickly run you through everything, starting with the clothing. So as you guys saw in the video, one of the first pieces that I picked up clothing-wise was this Carhartt jacket right here. Paid 25 bucks for it. It is one with the wool lining in there, the blanket lining. That should be a pretty easy sell, even if it does have a little bit of wear. Then next up, we've got just a simple Columbia PFG hiking shirt. Since spring's right around the corner, I figured I'd pick this up. It's probably worth around 25 bucks. And then this one, I was not familiar with the brands. The brand is Zoot Zoo. I'll show you the tag real fast if this will focus. There we go, Zoot Zoo, right there is the tag. And the thing that drew me to this was actually these metal clasps on the front right here. And I just figured that might make it worth something. I ended up looking it up at the sale and it looked like it might have some good value. And actually, in that same train of thought, this is actually a pretty cool piece. Look at this corset right here. It's like the kind of corset you would wear at like the Renaissance Festival or something. But check it out. It's got like green flaming skulls on it. That is pretty dang cool. And I've sold corsets before, and some of the more intricate ones like this can go for some crazy, crazy money. I'm gonna call this at least 100 bucks. Hopefully you guys are seeing a comp of something that's at least close to this up on the screen right now. And then finally, we got our final piece here, and it might end up being the best piece of the entire lot. I'm gonna have to do more research on it, but I believe this is a Montgomery Ward 101 1950s denim jacket. If I'm correct on this, and it is a 1950s denim, I think it's worth close to 200 to 300 bucks. I mean, I'm gonna have to do my research on it, but that is a crazy, crazy score. Oh, and I also got a belt here. This is by Bianchi? How do you say that? Bianchi. So a nice little Bianchi leather belt. Now, let's move on to the toys. And what do you say we start right here with the item that brought me to the sale? I saw this in the pictures and I knew I had to have it. This is the G.I. Joe Adventure Team headquarters, and just look at the condition of this box. This thing is in excellent condition. I did end up opening it up already and checking to see if all the pieces are there. Unfortunately, it's missing a few little small things, but nothing that's going to hurt the value a ton. This ended up being, I think, my most expensive item of the sale at $78. That's what I paid for it. But for the condition of this box and for how complete it is, that is an awesome price. Then next here, there was actually quite a bit of small soldier stuff. So first here, we've got Major Chip Hazard and Archer, the two main people from the movie. And it's actually kind of cool. These are the 14-inch figures that are talking and voice activated. You can see the arm still works, and so does the voices. Then next up here, we had something I've actually never seen before. It's the Field Command Center, but it is like Small Soldiers branded. Again, never seen it, but if it's branded Small Soldiers, I'm gonna grab it. And then lastly, we had these two things. I actually think my cousin had these when we were little, but they're actually kind of cool. What you do is spin this bottom piece and it makes them kick. So you would just have them battling each other and you'd spin kick and fight each other. Kind of a fun little toy. And then on top of the Small Soldier stuff, I also picked up a few other little things. Here we've got the Adventure Team helicopter backpack, a Big Jim figure, 2 bags of Tootsie Toy battleships and submarines. These are actually pretty old. They're not super valuable, but they're still pretty cool. And actually, speaking of old cool things, these two were some of the first things that I grabbed at the sale. They were on a shelf like right when you walked in, and they're old cast iron Champion motorcycles. I did pay 24 bucks a piece for them, but I looked these up before I got to the sale because they were in the photos, and I'm gonna make a nice profit on these things. Apparently they're really collectible, and I mean, they just have a great look. And then finally here, the last little things that I picked up were some Tyco Pro slot cars. These were actually down in a box at the bottom. Some slot cars can actually be worth some very, very good money. So I'm gonna have to do my research on these, but there was also another little bag with 2 more cars upstairs as well. Now, let's hop into the games. So first up here, I was kind of stoked to see this sitting here, the Pokemon Master Trainer board game. Now, I don't pick up a ton of used board games because I don't like going through everything and making sure it was there. But when I opened this up at the sale, it looked like everything could be there, so I went ahead and took a chance on it. Since then, I have gone through everything. It is all there, and this only cost me 15 bucks. And this thing complete goes for over 100 very, very easily. And like I said, that was the only board game I grabbed, but I did grab a few video games and video game cases. Unfortunately, only the GameCube games ended up having the actual games inside. The rest of the stuff was all just cases, but some of those cases are still pretty valuable. So first up, we've got Pac-Man, Pac-Man World 2, Shrek 2, Worms 3D, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game actually has a decent speedrunning community, so there is still some value in this game. Wave Race Blue Storm, and the last GameCube game, Smuggler's Run. And then, like I said, none of the PSP or DS games ended up having the games inside, but I picked up the cases anyways because I find loose games all the time, and some of these DS games are good, valuable cases by themselves. And I am just going to show you like the 4 cases that actually have some value behind them, like Digimon World Championship right here for just the case in the manual. You'll see a comp pop up. Then there was Harvest Moon DS, again, just case and manual. Castlevania. And then the best one right here, My World, My Way. Again, just the case in the manual. You'll see the comp over here. But if this thing ended up being complete and actually had the game with it, it's over a $100 game. And actually, in that same vein of stuff, these being case only and stuff, I did grab some manuals for just some of the Lego sets because the manuals still do sell on their own if it's a desirable set. And actually, one of these manual sets in here is worth some pretty dang good money. I think it was these two right here. I already looked all these manuals up. Some of them were worth like 15, 20 bucks. Some of them were worth less than that. But these two right here for Lego Cafe Corner Model 10182, these are going for like 100 bucks just for the manuals. And I know there were a ton of the actual Legos at that sale, like there were just boxes and boxes of Legos. However, with used stuff, I typically don't pick it up because it's annoying to try and piece everything together. So when it comes to used Legos, I usually just pass on them, even though I know there's some good value on them. If this specific set would have been at the sale, I think it's like an $800 set used. Now, let's finish it up with the camera and miscellaneous stuff. There was actually a ton of camera stuff at the sale. Like, it was all over the place. There was stuff in the living room that they had found throughout the house, but I found stuff inside boxes in the basement, inside cabinets and stuff. And actually, the most expensive item I bought at the sale was this camera and not the A-Team set. But this is a Nikon FM2 camera. I've actually sold this camera quite a bit, so I know that this thing sells for like 200 to 300 bucks, depending on the condition, and I did end up paying $100 for it. On top of that, we've got a Canon PowerShot, a Canon Speedlight 580EX, another little Canon Speedlight, 2 of these Optica lenses, one is a wide angle and one is a telephoto. And then these were very, very surprising when I got home and finally looked them up. I didn't look them up at the sale. I just figured they might be worth like, you know, 15, 25 bucks since they are brand new in the box. But these are Mamiya film roll inserts. And when I got home and looked these up, I was shocked to see what these were actually going for. Then we had this Canon Databack A. You can see the actual price tag. The original one was on there for like 85 bucks. Then this, I believe, was a light meter. It's a Minolta Flash Meter 3. Then we had one more little Mamiya piece right here. This is an angle finder. And then the last 2 things here were a couple of lenses that I picked up, like this Canon 50mm for 8 bucks. And the last one is another Mamiya piece. This is an 80mm camera lens. And yeah, I think that is everything that I picked up at today's estate sale. Again, this was an awesome sale run by Sir Knickknacks. He always puts on good sales, so if you're in the Chicago area, definitely go check out his stuff. His pricing is always very fair. I don't give like estate sale companies shout outs too often, but every time I've went to one of his sales, I've done very, very well. He is extremely fair on prices, and he finds some pretty good stuff and puts on some great sales. So if you're in the Chicago area, make sure you go check him out. Otherwise though, the only other news I have is I am going to Japan for a little bit, so my trip is coming up here in about a week. So if you don't see any videos from me for like the next month, that's why. I'm going to try and put out some shorts and some content over on my Instagram and my Facebook and my TikTok. So if you're on any of those platforms and want to check me out there, there will be content over there. But as far as long form videos go, I might have one more from the Milwaukee Gaming Convention coming out. Otherwise though, I will have some awesome content for you guys when I get back from Japan. I plan on doing a ton of thrifting over there. I've got some really, really cool content planned for some Japan videos. So if you want to see stuff like that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I think there's going to be some very, very cool videos. Like, I'm excited to film them. Otherwise though, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did enjoy it, be sure to go down low, smash that like button for me, and other than that, I've got nothing else, so I will see you in the next one. Till next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.